Hi everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised.
Killing 15. Killing 15 minutes. Killing 15 minutes.
Hello, I'm Sam Rossi, and we're about waist deep in the special AJ Files episodes of Killing 15 Minutes, written by AJ Carey, who's typically hosting. This is even further departure of our killing theme because, well, I guess we'll have to find out together. It's 1855 and Chicago is about to lose its damn mind.
I know it.
Chicago. It's in Illinois, bro.
Are you saying there's no Dorchester in Chicago?
No, there's no Dorchester in Chicago.
Well, then I gotta re-put my Oz back in the script.
Why is Chicago mad today? Taxes, tyranny, the crushing inability of making...
Told you, these were slightly funnier.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm going to probably keep this in because this is funny. The crushing inability of not making it to the Super Bowl again. Beer being illegal on Sundays. Those bastards.
I say all the above.
This is the Lager Beer Riot.
Lager.
Sorry, you're right. Lager. I don't drink it.
Neither do I.
I'll take a PB. I'll take a...
You'll take a PBR?
Yeah.
You fucking hick.
No, that's Old Swill. That was the cheap shit when we were kids.
No, Honey Brown was the cheap shit that Dad kept picking out. Anyways, keep going.
This is the Lager Beer Riot. When a bunch of Irish and German immigrants told the Chicago mayor that they could have their beer when they pry it out of their cold dead hands. You know what just went through my mind?
Huh.
The Stonehenge song, the Stone Cutter song from Simpsons. Doing this.
Oh, just because of the...
Yeah, just because of that. Rent comes to mind also with the wine and beer, but that was not a mesh, sorry. The whole mess starts with a guy named Levi Boone. A know-nothing, know-nothings.
A know-nothing dash what know-nothings are.
Oh, know-nothings were...
I put in punctuations in the script. Use them once in a while.
I tried.
No, you don't.
Know-nothings were a political party that basically was just anti-immigration and anti-Catholics.
They're anti-everything. They're your basic red hat now.
Okay.
And the reason they were called the reason they're called know nothings is because when they were typically asked about anything, they would say, "I don't know."
Know-nothings. We really need to bring that back. A know-nothing, anti-everything mayor elected in 1854. Okay? Think of him as the love child between xenophobia and prohibition. Prohibitish?
Prohibition, you were right.
Okay, sorry. I just had this moment going, that doesn't look right. Boone rolls into office on a wave of
Nativism.
nativism? What's that mean?
Basically, American native. It was anti-immigration. If you aren't a native-born child of America.
Okay. His platform? Crackdown on foreign influence. Meaning Irish, German, and Catholic immigrants. Because even white doesn't mean white to most people. And their love of lager. So Boone decides to revive a dusty old Sunday closing law. No drinking, no bars, no beer, no fun on a Sunday. That's half of Chicago's weekend plans gone. Because I'm 90% sure the Cubbies were in Chicago at that point.
I don't know.
Look that up while I continue reading. To make it worse, he jacks up liquor license fees only for immigrant neighborhoods. What used to be a $50 a year suddenly became, wow, $300 a year? It's a 60% increase. 600% increase? What is this?
That's $10,000 today.
Shit.
1903 is when the Cubs officially started.
Oh, 1903, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They've been in Wrigley Field since 1916.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Sorry, they started being called the Chicago Cubs in 1903.
Okay, what were they before that?
They were the Chicago White Stockings in 1870.
So 16 years after this dude, the White Sox showed up in Chicago.
No, the White Stockings began in Chicago.
You understand what I was saying?
Yeah, they were a little girlier. They were stockings.
That's about 10 grand in today's money, and these neighborhoods weren't exactly affluent to begin with. Naturally, the immigrant shopkeepers pushed back hard. They say they won't pay the new license fee, and they won't be closing on Sundays. Boone responded with a tried but true riot starter: mass arrests and the threats of deportation. AJ swears this is totally not topical in the year 2025.
Okay, when I even made that joke that it wasn't topical in the year 2025, that was before Los Angeles protests started being fucking turned into riots thanks to the National Guard and sending in the Marines against the governor's orders.
Which, you know what's funny?
That makes it unlawful? That makes it unconstitutional?
Technically, the governor is supposed to be the one in charge of the National Guard for their state.
Yes, however, to federalize the National Guard,
I believe the governor has to, okay.
the governor has to be the one to petition the president to do it. Similar to sending the Marines in, it has to be upon the request of the state governor. Because we actually had a very big to-do about state versus federal rights. Did you ever hear of that?
Oh, you mean the War of the Great Northern Oppression?
Yes, the War of the Great Northern Oppression. I see you've heard of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I just read the next paragraph.
Oh, yeah, it gets, yeah.
All hell is about to break loose at the Cook County Courthouse. Crowds of German and Irish residents flood the area in protest, facing off with Chicago police, who, let's say, not trained for de-escalation. Man, luckily we've changed that.
Is my cynicism showing in this script?
A little bit, yes. Am I getting it through with my sarcasticness?
I think so.
Okay. So it would be surprised that the Chicago PD in their uniforms of funny mustaches and bad intentions tried to break out the crowd, beat back the crowd. Of course not. Protesters throw bricks, break windows, tip over wagons. It's full-on chaos. Unsurprisingly escalated by the police shooting into the crowd. One protester is shot and killed. Several more are wounded. The city calls in the militia because it's a state militia, and it would be stupid to federalization of a militia.
Again,
You already had your commentary shot in here.
It was before, okay? These are all joking hypotheticals digging at the fact that it would be stupid for the government to do such things.
You are not Matt Groening.
Graining.
Sorry, Groening.
And I'm sorry that I know what the red hat Bolsheviks are doing.
By the end of the day, over 60 people are arrested, dozens are injured, and one person is killed. All for a law most of the city didn't want. Only few actually could afford to obey. There's some good news, though. The public backlash was immediate. Boone's crackdown made him wildly unpopular, and within a year, he was out of office. The beer laws got walked back, the liquor license hikes were reversed, and Chicago quietly went back to doing what it does best: drinking and arguing about it. So yes, there's thanks that needs to go to the immigrants for keeping happy hour going, at least in Chicago, and assumably other cities hearing about it may have at least hesitated a bit. The history of America is beer-fueled civil disobedience.
Civil obedience.
Civil
That's the opposite.
obedience, yeah.
That's the opposite of that sentence, Sam.
Well, that and those damned lesser rising up against an authoritarian power trip. Is that how we're ending this?
That's how we end it.
Oh, for the love of God.
Told ya. Might be a little political. You're the one who didn't feel comfortable doing race riots.
Zoot riot.
You keep saying that, and yet it's not funny the first time. It's not funny the 30th time. So, the Lager Beer Riot. What do you think?
I need you to stop saying that with a freaking Boston accent.
Yo, it's the Lager Beer! What do you want from me?
I don't think that's Chicago
I
either.
don't think that sounded like a newsie from New York. Oh, jeez, you want to buy a paper?
Extra, read all about it.
Anyways.
Alright, so. Lager beer. I'm not a big fan of it, but you know what? I'll drink anything at least once. Within reason.
I really think you missed the point of this riot, Sam.
But you have to understand U.S. history, period. We've always been about, our alcohol beverages.
Yes, because I believe the Whiskey Rebellion was in what? 1816? No, 1780 something.
1790 something, I think.
Maybe. Point is
that was the last time a sitting president rode into war.
We went into this discussion.
Technically, he rode into war. Just because the war was over by the time he got there doesn't mean he didn't ride into war.
Kind of actually does. To ride into war, there needs to be a war. Not just a police action.
Anyways, besides, that was a manufactured rebellion. He knew what he was doing. He wanted to get the people to believe that he knew what he was doing.
Oh, just wait until next week, where we get to the paper money rebellion.
It's all fake, and paper money is the Antichrist.
If you turn around and tell everyone that, okay, we're now starting a new nation, we now have a new currency, paper, and the government turns around and says, cool, however, for taxes, you have to give us gold coins. But that is next week.
Wow, okay, that seems interesting.
Short answer, immigrants helped build this damn country.
Yes, we did.
There is no reason for the U.S. to federalize any National Guard, any militia, any armed force.
Where is Kent State located?
Hold on.
Sorry, I just thought of
You interrupted me mid-fucking soapbox here.
Sorry.
Okay? There's no reason for it until there is massive death, massive uprising.
Yeah.
It didn't become a major problem until the police decided, fuck, let's de-escalate this by beating the shit out of people.
As one does.
As the LAPD does.
Yeah, you think they'd have that training down pat by now. But
No,
you know what?
they need $30 million more so they can get another tank. Because when you think fucking law enforcement officers, you know what you need on a state level?
A tank.
Speaking of, did you know CNN was accusing rioters or protesters of shooting at the LAPD and National Guard with rubber bullets? They literally were like, this is what they're firing at them. They're firing it on the ground to bounce into the thing. And it's like, no, that's the opposite of what happened. Do you think that if you shot anything at them, that the law enforcement there with their real guns aren't going to turn around and be like, now we have a rule of engagement scenario?
Right, but they don't do rules of engagement. I think that our police department should be more... I think our police forces should have as many rules as our freaking military does when it goes into war.
Well, that's where I always...
That's just me.
No, it's exactly it. It's like, there's now a video of one of these stupid fucking LAPD, or ICE, I don't know who anymore. I assume it was LAPD. Literally turning towards the fucking Australian news correspondent who's covering this and shooting her from about 100... it's like 50 yards. It's not even... And it's not like there was crossfire. It was like, for there to be crossfire, you would need to have two different angles firing.
Making my head hurt and my blood pressure go up, and this is why we don't discuss politics. Alright, anything else you want to talk about with the lager beer?
Yeah, don't fuck with America's boats and don't fuck with U.S. citizens' alcohol.
True story. All right, I'm Sam Rossi.
I'm AJ Carey.
Later, y'all.
Keep on carrying on.
C-A-I-E.
Right.
Because
Carry on production.